Stand by for ludicrous speed.
Are you okay, my dear Greg Saunders?
Gregory.
Eagle looking right, your go.
Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow. Hey, great.
Look at it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Stateline Show.
Oh, hey, why is it no one dresses as Santa for Halloween? Can you hear me through this? Can you even see me through this? I'm America's 9th favorite Halloween candy, Kit Kat. And it's your Saturday morning Stateline Show, episode number 133. I can't do the show like that, but I hope that gave you a laugh. That was supposed to give Tom a laugh, but he's getting his coffee because he's out in the cold. I can't blame him one bit. Got to get out there and warm up because it's cold. It's the good. It's the 29th day of October, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been.
Oh, in the history of mankind. Sorry.
I need you, buddy. I need you.
I was actually reading the side scroll there. It said boo. Who's writing boo? Oh, host. So that was you.
I was writing boo. See if I can wake some people up. The geese are waking your neighborhood up. outdoors on a morning like this, you're a brave man, Tom. You're a brave man.
Got no choice.
Thanks for toughing it out.
Yeah.
At least until Joann gets here.
Well, here's the. Oh, really? Then it's okay to leave or what?
Well, you don't have to be here at all. This is a volunteer effort. So you do what you need to do. Did you missed my opening though? So I got to do this again.
Mm-mm.
Did you see me?
Yeah, I was here. You must not have saw me because you said something about Tom's getting his coffee. I'm like, dude, I'm here. My right as the show was about to begin, my internet kind of did a reset here in the house, and I was like, no, bad timing. And I was trying to change the background because, like, okay, on a Saturday morning like today, do I want to use the blur thing that I got going on now, or do I want to go to just some kind of plain white brick background? I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Maybe on a Saturday, should I go with all the question marks, or how about the hallway of the Big Bang Theory? That's kind of fun. Yeah, never could understand. What kind of building codes do they have in Los Angeles or wherever they live? that elevator's been out for 11 years?
9 seasons, 10 seasons, whatever it was. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. We have a big number of the week this week, so let's get into that before we go too far and I forget. So here's the video. Oh yeah, and I don't remember if I changed it, so let me go to the captions and change it before I make a mistake. Gosh, come on, Greg, be better than this. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our big number of the week. You'll be happy to know it's a pretty big number. It is 95,000. Yeah, 95,000. And your answer.
True radio voice.
That's right. Going to throw that out there a little bit. 95,000, our big number of the week. And the answer this week could be power or people. What's it going to be? Find out at the end of the show.
Or is it power to the people? Power or people?
Our current race to 10 sees Tom leading by a healthy 7-4. Almost the score of the Ice Hogs game last night. Dude, we went to the Ice Hogs last night. My son Kenny took me and my daughter and his buddy, and we had a blast sitting really up close to the ice and the glass. And the Chicago Wolves came to town, last year's Cup winners, and it was a little bit, not a terrible brawl, but a little bit of a brawl, a little bit of bad blood between the two teams. And the Wolves came out and scored in the first period, and it was going to look like this was going to be a long, tough battle. Second period, I'm like, guys, I want 2 goals. We're on the Ice Hog side of the ice. I want to see 2 goals in this net. And we scored 2 goals within about 4.5 or 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, let's go for 4. We got 4 in that period. Ended up winning 5-3. Okay. It was a good game.
Can you call out a Packer victory?
Can I call out a Packer victory?
Yeah.
You want a Packer? You want a Wayne Larrivee victory or radio voice Packer victory?
Oh, I don't care. You can do either one. Wayne Larrivee.
Mason Crosby's all set up. There's the swing of the right leg. It's up. It's going. It's right through the data. It's good. Packers win. End of the game. There is your dagger.
That's right. There is your dagger. That's pretty good. I like it. Wayne Larrivee is so awesome.
I regret to say I had a brief opportunity to meet him and I missed it. He was walking by me at the end of the Giants, the playoff game where the Giants were in Green Bay. The first game I ever went to, and I was talking with my buddy Dan Kyle from Milwaukee, who's in radio in Milwaukee, and as we were there hanging out at the end of the game in the what do they call it, where all the restaurants and stuff are, the atrium.
Oh, the atrium,
yeah. And sure enough, Wayne Larrivee starts walking by. He was probably, I don't know, 50, 60 yards away, and we noticed him, and I was like, yo, Wayne, great call tonight. I listened to the whole show, listen to the whole game. And he's like, yeah, and gave me the thumbs up and hey. And I was like, oh, I wish I'd have ran over and shook his hand and maybe took a selfie or something with him. But,
yeah, and then he would have said, security.
Yeah, right. Who is this weirdo from Illinois? I'm a Packer fan.
Yes.
But Yeah, love Wayne Larrabee. He is one of the best.
And I'm guessing he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's what
him and Larry have such a great relationship on the air, and it's just great camaraderie. And then adding John Kuhn here in these last couple of years has been
cool. John Kuhn, the old fullback.
Kuhn on the sidelines. He's only been out of the league for a few years, but we're already doing good bang up work for broadcasting. So
yeah, he is good.
Like him a
Larry
lot.
McCarron. Okay, what is Larry McCarron's nickname?
Let's see. Winters was sack of donuts, bag of donuts.
Bag of donuts. Oh, bag of donuts.
Larry McCarron was known as the Rock before there was Dwayne Johnson. There was Larry McCarron.
Exactly. He's Rock.
Yes.
That's what Wayne Larrabee calls me. Rock, what do you got there? You know.
Good morning, Linda. Thanks for joining us at In Crowd this week. What a great In Crowd. Want to give the shout out.
Good morning, Linda.
One of my shout outs for this week includes a howdy and how do you do, and thank you to the In Crowd Medicare 411 hosted this last Thursday night. And I was in their office twice this week. I brought my mother-in-law over there earlier in the week to do her Medicare review with the lovely Cindy Costello. And it was really a wonderful thing to be able to go through and see if my mother-in-law was currently on the plan that best suits her. And sure enough, after going through her stuff, we're saving her money every month. So I was really, really happy to spend that time with Cindy at Medicare 411 and save mom some money. Gave a shout out to the Ice Hogs for their victory last night. Fun time, by the way. JB Love kind of does the between period stuff, and he does a great job. He sounds wonderful. He has so much energy. Kudos to him and the whole team for making things fun. Lots of booing the new Hammy. What's
that all about? Who cares?
If you're not paying attention, Hammy is no longer jolly. They've made him skinny, which wouldn't be bad, except they changed his head and his face, and therein lies the problem. His head and his face. If they hadn't had changed his head and his face, everything would have been fine. But no, they changed his head and his face. And let me see. I got it. Okay. So here I'm going to try to share this picture from last night. And look at how creepy this guy. Can you see him back there?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of weird.
I can't really zoom in any more than it's already zoomed in. But there's Hammy sitting behind me at the game for a while.
So did you sleep in that hoodie or what?
I did. Yeah. I don't want to take this hoodie off. It was good luck. It won the game last night for the Hogs.
All right. Wear it during the Packer game, please. Okay, so I've got the perfect marketing opportunity for them now.
Marketing for the Hogs.
Marketing for the Ice Hogs.
You're gonna have the same idea I had, but you go. I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, here's my idea, and I guarantee it's not the same. Here's what you do. You put out Hammy, the new Hammy, have somebody else wearing the costume. And Hammy's doing his thing in the middle of between the first and second period. All right. And people are booing or whatever because he's egging the crowd on or whatever. The new Hammy drives up on the Zamboni and a couple of guys jump off. They grab the old Hammy, or the new Hammy. The old Hammy in the big portly costume comes up. And then JB says, "You are an imposter. You're out of here." They put cuffs on him away, and now we're back to the old Hammy, the old big giant Hammy.
You are 90% exactly what I said last night.
Really? Okay.
I kid you not. I'm telling the guys that said, you know what? About midway through the season, they need to do a mascot swap. They need to set it up so that it's like a sold out crowd. There's some big announcement coming up, and everyone knows what's going to happen. But they're going to set it up. And I didn't think of the Zamboni thing. That's all you. But I'm like, they'll do something cool where old Hammy comes back and he's like, "Get out of my rink!" Boom.
That's right.
The old Hammy's back. And like I said, whoever's in the new Hammy mascot costume and stuff and doing his thing, they're doing a great job. It's a wonder, he's still fun. It's just why did they change the head? That was, I think, the big mistake that people made in whoever in the Blackhawks organization decided to do this. It's like, wait a minute. We all know this head.
It's all marketing. Maybe it's new shirts now with a different head on it. Who knows? I mean, that's what drives me. It's like the Beloit Snappers. They were the Beloit Brewer, and they became the Beloit Snappers. Now they've rebranded. They're the Sky Carp.
Yeah.
Really? Sky Carp? Is it a
take
bird?
a while to get that.
Is it a fish? Is it Superman? I don't know.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know until this year Sky Carp was a way to label geese. I didn't know that was what some people call geese. So, okay, I've never called a goose a Sky Carp, so that's new to me. Thanks for the education.
Well, it's polar opposites. Fish can't fly, and birds can swim, but they don't swim underwater. They don't have fins, gills. They can't, breathe underwater. So whatever.
I think it has something to do just with the fact that carp are dirty fish and geese are dirty birds. I don't know.
I think a sky carp is an actual fish. I think it is. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Let me
anyway,
on the
kudos to
phone I
the
used on Big Number of the Week with.
Yes. Kudos to the Ice Hogs. Putting on a great show. Ice Hogs win. Tonight they play again. Tonight they play again. 7:00 start against the Belleville Senators. I've never heard of the Belleville Senators, but they're going to be out there tonight at the BMO Center. It's just the BMO Center now, in case you're wondering. So kudos to them. Let's see. I'm going to do this in reverse order, I guess. Oh, happy birthdays today. Happy birthdays and shout outs to the great Hannah Greenberg, one of the folks that we do a lot of stuff with out at Starlight Theater. The wonderful, beautiful Vicky Mossbrook. Happy birthday, Vicky. And our elder statesman of the day, Lee Holliston. Lee is 86 today. Saw him last week looking good as ever. Lee, happy birthday, buddy. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend celebrating you because you are cool. Last Sunday, I'm going to skip that for now because I know we're going to want to talk about the Packers game. So let's skip that. I'm going to give a shout out to my guy, Bopel, who's buying properties in Rockford. Congratulations to him on his accepted contract this week. And our team sold on Tony. Had him do that. And then I had an awesome closing with the Hendricks family yesterday, getting their brand new McChesney Park house. Real estate's still moving. Things are still going. So if you know anybody looking to sell, please let me know. We can definitely help you sell and make your move. And I renewed my Wisconsin license officially this week. So I'm good for another 2 years, Tom, to sell real estate in the great state of cheese and beer. Go Pack Go in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Go Pack.
Go Pack Go.
Okay, so I did my my research and my crack research.
Your crack research.
Apparently I had some wrong information, which is usually par for the course. No, it has nothing to do with the fish at all. You're right. It's a slang term for a goose that does not migrate in the winter, instead preferring to stay home in its home city. And then the Sky Carp name represents the city of Detroit, where no one wants to leave. It's a town so strong, no one wants to leave. That's interesting. Now, I had heard a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when they were bouncing that name around, that it was a cross between a fish and a goose or a fish and a bird or whatever. So, and I probably invented that in my head. Anyway,
well, that was, like I said, this was a first I heard of this year. Sky Carp are geese.
I talked into my phone. I said, "What is a Sky Carp?" Well, Sky Carp is the Beloit, city of Beloit's minor league baseball team. Like, but that's not what I want. What is an actual carp?
Give me more. Why do people call them that? The Trajectory Energy Partners. I've talked to them on the about them on the show before. They're proposing to bring a solar farm to New Milford, and they're working diligently on that. This week, they were back in New Milford again, recording some videos, interviews of local community members in support of this project. And I was the first one that they videoed and interviewed. I don't have any finished product of that. I don't know that I'm going to get one to share later, but this is something they're submitting to the state. Part of what they need to do is to show community involvement, and they're here asking questions. They've been here asking questions for I don't know, a number of weeks now, anyway, a couple months, asking the community, hey, what do you guys need that we can help with? And I mentioned last week the proposal of maybe a dog park or a better playground for the kids here in our village. And we're still working on brainstorming exactly what it is they're going to do. But they're not here telling us what they want to do. They're asking us what they can do to help. And it's pretty cool how they've been doing that. And I think there's a vote this week on whether or not they're going to proceed, and that should have passed. And then they've got to go to the state and actually ask them if they can put the solar farm up. So that's on the move. Shout out to Hal on that for making that all happen here this week. Also met with our good buddy Dan Ross, who's been on the show. He's with the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois. If you have a student in high school, there's opportunities to apply for a lot of different scholarships. And the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois manages a lot of these scholarships for a lot of these local groups. So if your teenager is planning on going on to higher education, or even some kind of like technical school type stuff that they're looking for scholarships, start asking those guidance counselors at your school, what can he apply for? What can she apply for? And a lot of these deadlines are before the end of the year, this calendar year. So, and they might even be deadlines in November. So you want to check with your school guidance counselors about that, and see what scholarships might be available for your student. Already gave a shout out to InCrowd and Medicare 411. Thank you. Shout out to the birthdays. And then last Sunday, we were looking for a place to watch the Packer game and eat lunch. We checked out Fozzie's last week and had a really good meal.
It's good.
Yeah, great meal. A lot of nice big screen TVs, and they had the actual volume, actually had the sound up for the Packer game. So I could not only just watch it, but also listen to it, which is hard to do in some establishments. They had a nice setup for that. So kudos to Fozzie's for last Sunday.
The Bears played Monday night, so there wasn't a Bear game. That's typically going to happen.
No conflict there. So the Packers play in Buffalo tomorrow night. They are the primetime game, which Aaron Rodgers has been very good. What is he, 20-2 or something like that on primetime games? I mean, he's got a record that's really, really good. However, the Bills, probably the best team in the NFL. And the Packers right now are acting like a bunch of also-rans. So what
did I say in our pregame warm-up here?
You had a prediction that I was like, I hope you're right.
Well, here's my prediction. All right, trap game for Buffalo. I'm going to take them lightly. I think Green Bay's defense is going to throw something at Josh Allen that he hasn't seen before, or at least isn't prepared for. I'm sure he's seen everything, but he's not prepared for it. So I think Green Bay is going to give them I think Aaron Rodgers is going to say, you know what, I'm tired of all the criticism. I'm tired of all this. And I also think the offense is going to be a little more innovative. What did I mention in the pregame? I said, you've got Mercedes Lewis. You've got Sammy White. You've got some older receivers. He's been with Mercedes Lewis now for, 8 or 9 years. He's had Randall Cobb for a long time. And Lazard won't be playing, but Robert Tonyan, he's got receivers. Go with a 2 or 3, even a 3 tight end set if you have to, and start dinking and dunking over the middle. Buffalo's secondary is damaged. They're banged up. Mike Hyde's out for the year. They've got a few guys gone. That's their weakness. Exploit that right in the middle of the field, or in the middle of that is your saving grace. Get the ball out of your hands quickly. If you've got a ton of receivers out there, Aaron Jones is in there to block. A.J. Dillon can be in there to block, and they're going to get their carries too. You're not going to throw 55 times, but you're going to throw about 30, 32 times, and you're going to probably run it about 25 times.
Yeah, they need to run Aaron Jones.
That is how you're going to. They do it when he runs 15 or more times. They're 20-2. And of course, last week I don't remember. That's an updated stat now. I don't remember what he ran last week, so I don't know. They could be either 20-3.
Don't think he ran the ball 15 times. Last week he might have touched the ball like 12. I mean, it was not very late.
So they're 20-3. When he or no, I'm sorry, that stat doesn't change because he didn't go over 15. Anyway, and then defensively, like I said, I think they're gonna innovate some stuff. Look, they've been losing to the Giants, the Jets, and Washington. The Giants and the Jets, you can justify. No, you can justify it. They both are very well coached. Green Bay was expecting that. The Washington game. Here's what I'm mad about. Did you watched the whole game, right?
I watched all the first half, and then the second half, I missed some of it. I caught like the third quarter on the radio.
The real problem happened in the first half. You had the let me think. Something there was a play or something that didn't get called, and then Washington scored a touchdown.
Right.
I got this brain going.
There was a Packers scoop and score that should have happened.
Score, but then what they called was on Green Bay, and it wasn't.
It was bad.
It wasn't even close. But the first one. Oh, I know what it was. It was the fumble. You could see the ball coming out. Knee is this far off the ground. I don't know if you can see it on the thing. The knee is 6 or 8 inches off the ground, and it went down. And the Packers, they recovered the fumble. It should have been Packer ball. But on the next play or 2 plays later, Washington scores a touchdown. That made it 14-10. Green Bay gets that ball back, even if it's 17-3. That's a whole different ball game. That is a whole different ball game. Now, other games they've lost this year, fine. They've lost 4 games. The Jets, the Giants, they probably should have won the Giants game. The Jets game, they just simply got spanked. In the Vikings game, they got spanked. So literally, they should be 5-2. I really believe they should legitimately be 5-2. That gives you a whole different mindset. That gives you a different.
We're 3-4. And what is this going to do to Aaron Rodgers? We now see Tom Brady, who's 3-5. Lost 3 in a row, right? I think that's what the Buccaneers are now.
Tom Brady he's interesting.
He's got some things going on in his life. I mean, imagine being in the thick of your season and having to deal with divorce papers, and that's
okay. All right, so
what's
here I
going
have
on
to.
There?
This is the other thing I was going to talk about. Tom, he's got 2 kids that are young and impressionable. I think 12 and 9 or 10 or 11 or whatever. They're 2 young kids. And he also has a 15-year-old son with Bridget Moynihan. That was his girlfriend, whatever. They never married, obviously. So his kids, his actual other 2 kids that are home, the 2 kids he has with Giselle, they're younger. They're I want to say they're like 11 and 8 or something. They're young enough. Okay, so here's the problem I have with Tom Brady. 45 years old. You have 2 kids at home that need dad. You have, and I understand you have to work. We all have to work because we need money to pay for our house. Tom Brady
could be calling games.
Huh?
He could be calling games. He could be the other Tony Romo, and he didn't have to play this year.
He's already got a $300 million offer on the table for Fox News. Right. Yeah. He could be. And he's a smart enough guy, a good-looking enough guy to where he's going to make an instant impact like Tony Romo did. So here's my issue. His wife said last year, you need to retire. You're 44. You've got 7 Super Bowls. You accomplished everything in life you wanted to. You married a model. You have 3 wonderful kids. You've got houses, 5, 6, 7 different houses, 1 in Costa Rica. I mean, my goodness. So he opts to, he went ahead and retired, and then a month later, he says, no, sorry, I'm unretired, man. Even 2 weeks ago, before this divorce was final, she gave him one last option. You want to quit football, and we can be together and stay together, or not. It was not. And I don't know why. I don't know what the dynamics are. Maybe she's mean. Maybe she's nasty. But I don't think so. Here's what I saw yesterday. I was watching, they were talking about it on Fox, And I was watching footage of Giselle, and Tom Brady had his Super Bowl trophy. The confetti's going all over the place. She is with him. And in her eyes, I saw something. I didn't just dream this up. I have seen this look before. She's looking at him with a smile, going, I am so proud. You are my husband. You are my soulmate. You are my man. You are my love. You are my
You did
life.
it again. You won the top of the hill.
Yeah. Yes. And that kind of love is so from what I'm seeing, just my observation, from what I'm seeing, this guy just frittered it all away. He chose football over family. I have zero respect for Tom Brady now. I understand we all have to work. Some of us work 50, 60 hours a week. Some of us work 2 or 3 jobs. I get it. Not going to be home all the time. Willingly decide to go the grind of football, where you're going to be gone for 7 months with the kids and the family, a little bit here, a little bit there. But when you're on the road, you're going to London for a game, or you're going to Seattle for a game, or it's not going to be home until Monday morning or Monday afternoon, and then he's got to leave again Wednesday. No. I'm sorry.
It's a totally different kind of commitment than most other jobs.
Tom, you screwed up. Buddy.
you can't help but wonder what the dynamic might be in that household and what would cause someone to make that decision. Who knows? But they're going their separate ways, and that's going to be an interesting. As you know, this is going to get splattered all over the NFL pregame shows and everything else, and then the coming weeks as they split up their properties and everything else, and it's like
I'm so done with it. Leave the guy alone. Leave the girl alone. Let them deal with it. I'm voicing my opinion as a dad, as a husband. That's all I'm saying. Everybody has a right to their
few of us who really know who Giselle is and what she's all about, because we've seen Tom Brady on for 20 years. We've seen him pregame shows and postgame shows and all this other stuff that he's done. So he's kind of been everywhere, but she's been, quietly raising the kids. And I don't know that she's done much work in the last 15, 16 years. I don't know.
Well, let's put it this way. She's worth more than him, so she's doing some work. I'm sure she is. She's not just sitting back resting on her laurels of, 10 or 15 years of modeling. She's still fairly young. She's probably his age, probably 45. Still beautiful. Still worthwhile. Still worthy of the big photo shoots and such. She did say, she said, I need you home with me, with the kids. Opted for, and like I said, unless there's something we don't know, maybe there is. And then I'll shut up about it, because we can't know everything, nor should we. That's their business. So I do have one other.
Once he knew for sure that Gronkowski wasn't coming back, he should have said, all right, I'm done. He was my wingman. He was my chance of winning again.
Well, honey, I love you, but football. Wait, what's that? Gronk's not coming back. Oh, honey, I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, that doesn't wash either. So, but yeah, you're right. Arians leaves, and Todd Bowles is not that good. They're 3-5. They're 3-5 with that defense, and with Tom Brady, and with still a good receiving core and a decent offensive line. They're 3-5. That's all I can say.
It's bottom of the hour. I know you got something to talk about rant wise, and let's bring Joann in to get her reaction too, because Joann usually has some good insights. Good morning, Joann.
Good morning.
Good morning, Joann.
That funky
Tom Brady.
Halloween cat shirt that Joann's got on today. Look at that fun stuff.
Well,
I'm
go for the Zombies. It's Halloween weekend.
Here's my costume. Wait a minute. Oh no.
Oh, you're Saturday. Wow, nice. You're a ghost. You're the invisible man.
I want to be a Kit Kat, wonderful treat. Let's just switch this back to
that was actually cool. I like that. That's cool.
That was kind of fun. Let's see if it works with the blurred background. There we go. Look, I'm a Kit Kat bar. I'm a happy Kit Kat bar. Yeah, everybody loves a happy Kit Kat bar. Woohoo! Thank you, Tom, for my costume.
Oh, is that the box?
That's the box he gave me full of Kit Kats.
Oh, geez. That was, yeah. I know Kit Kat's your favorite candy bar.
Kit Kats only come in one.
I'm dressed as Sir Edmund Hillary today. I'm really cold.
All right. So what is your rant about today? What you something about Walmart?
All right. So Walmart, and I'm not going to pick on Walmart. I'm picking on the people that shop in Walmart. Although I could pick on Walmart as well. There's these two older ladies in the middle, right by the meat and the cheese and the dairy stuff. There's a lot of room. They got both of their carts going crossways. I couldn't get through, and they're oblivious. I'm standing there, and I was about to say, "Excuse me."
Probably because they're older.
Out of the way. Well, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. They're in the way, and they're just taking up all the space. So I had to go all the way around. Then there was another old lady on the other side, not with them. It's just like, oh dear God! And I was already exasperated. Yeah, I wanted to go up and kick their cart, but that wouldn't be nice. I would never do that.
What was the saying back in the day? The saying back in the day, something like "You make a better door than a window" or something.
Yeah,
you make a better. I forget what I. Yeah.
Well, what I is pay attention, people. Pay attention. And the same thing goes for people that are on their phones at stoplights, stop signs. You know, you text, all of a sudden the light is green. I always give everybody about a half second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever. If it goes 2 or 3 seconds, I'm like, beep, beep. And then they flip you off. That drives me nuts.
That always does catch me a little bit as interesting when the person in the
So
past.
what happened with the wonderful older ladies at Walmart? Just that they blocked that was it?
They were just still there. They were still there talking. Oh. They were having a conversation is what they were doing. That's the rude part of it. If you're going to talk, go off to the side. They're taking up the whole space. They're just, get out of the way. There's like
just
people lined up. It's like being in a train.
You got plenty of room. Slide over. Yeah. Well, hey, we got some stuff to take a look at.
All right.
Where is my little ticker thing? SMS info. Let's take a look at some stuff for this week. New Milford Trunk or Treat is today from 4 to 6 p.m. Do I have the graphic for that? I think
the whole city.
Well, it's at the New Milford Commons where they're doing Trunk or Treat.
Okay.
New Milford Commons, can't miss it. It's the largest shopping center in New Milford. Trunk or Treat between JJ's and Frankie's Pizza. All these trunks will be lined up 4 to 6 p.m. This is tomorrow. This is Sunday. 4 to 6 p.m. Trunk or Treat here in New Milford. That's not today. All right.
Someone said, Tom, look out who you refer to as an old lady.
They're not wrong. All right. Spooktacular is happening at Anderson Japanese Gardens today. That's from 2 to 5.
Really neat.
They've got that pumpkin thing too, so that's all at the same time. Regular cost of garden admission for non-members, 2 till 5:30 today. Trick-or-treating throughout the gardens. There's craft stations and spooky graveyards and Who Haven Learning Center. It's going to be with the Spooktacular at Anderson Japanese Gardens today.
Is there admission?
Regular park admission. Yep, it's regular cost of admission. So there's a family from 2 till 5:30. They want to be done by dark. So
listening today.
Yeah. If you're up in Loves Park, McChesney Park, Harlem Community Center has got their family Halloween ball today. It's $5 per person. That's 6 till 9 p.m. A whole night of family fun with dancing, pumpkin painting, games, crafts, prizes, costume contests, and raffles. Concessions also open with food available to purchase. All indoors at the beautiful Harlem Community Center complex, 900 Roosevelt Road in McChesney Park. And then Haunted Burpee is tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. This is for $14 for non-members, $12 kids age 4 to 12. Learn about skulls and skins and bones. You could even possibly dissect some eyeballs and hearts. Ooh. Yee. Ooh. Creatures of the Night, tour the Barnes Mansion. It is Haunted Burpee from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight 737 North Main Street in Rockford. That's what's going on around there. The Hershey's, is Kit Kat a Hershey's product? I don't remember if Kit Kat is.
It is. I'm 99% sure it is, because when you buy the big bag of candy,
Yeah, because Hershey. I think it is too. They sell the Hershey with Kit Kat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
That's all we need to know.
It's hard to open.
Well, Hershey's has been crushing it lately. If you haven't been paying attention, it's not just because it's Halloween. According to Wall Street Journal, it's thanks to the two strategies adopted by their new CEO, who became she's been there for 5 years now. Michelle Buck has been the CEO of Hershey since 2017. When she started, she took Hershey Company and doubled down on domestic sales, not international, but domestic sales. Hershey's holds a 46% share of the United States chocolate market. Good for them. And they invested in what their growth officer, Kristen Riggs, calls the great synergies of salty and sweet, which makes a whole lot of sense considering the most popular candy in the U.S., Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I knew they were popular, but I didn't realize they become the most popular candy in the U.S. I love them. I love.
Okay, so you said Hershey's, Reese's, like the two are combined, or just Hershey's owns Reese's Peanut Butter Cups?
Apparently, they own Reese's now.
Okay, so it's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups that are the number one.
Yeah.
Right? By Hershey's. Okay, I thought you meant there was like a mix between the two, like a Hershey's, Reese's combined.
No.
Because I think they might have something like that, don't they?
There's a Reese's, it's almost like a Twix bar, but it's peanut butter instead of caramel.
Oh yeah.
I forget what that's called off the top of my head here, but I love those two. Race, I forget what they're called. Anyway,
Take Five?
Hershey. Huh?
Is it Take Five?
Is it Reese's?
Nutrageous.
I don't remember what it's called. All I know is they're yummy. We've talked about this a few different times. Vinyl has, of course, made a big comeback over the last few years. The question that came up this last week was, are cassette tapes next? I say no. The audio format cassette tapes might be ripe for nostalgia-driven boom. The Missouri-based National Audio Company supposedly still produces about 30 million cassettes every year. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Cassettes don't last like vinyl does. It deteriorates.
And it also doesn't sound very good.
And it doesn't sound good.
Thoughtful. At least with vinyl, you get the crackly noise. I love that crackly just before, the guitar.
Yeah. I have a lot of cassette tapes still. I don't have anything to play them on. And I've wanted to be playing them because there's a lot of nostalgia. Some of my old radio shows from the QFL days are on cassette tapes, and I have nothing to play them on. I don't know. Anyway, I don't see that as a big thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Weather.
I can't wait for 8-tracks to come back.
No, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Weather forecasting has always been a communal thing in a sense, ever since it began about 170 years ago. There's about 150 volunteer weather observers that have joined forces under the Smithsonian Institution since 1849, tracking and reporting weather back to the Smithsonian Institution. The National Weather Service still has a citizen weather observer program. There's about 9,000 members who automatically send data to the National Weather Service, and they've got stations set up in their homes. If you've ever gone to WUnderground.com, it's a weather site, and usually when you go to it looks like Wonderground, but it's WUnderground.com. If you go there, usually there's a lot of selections where you can select where you want the weather information to come from. And most of those stations are residential places, just people that have volunteered to put up a weather station at their house, backyard. That's kind of cool. Today, of course, we mentioned is October 29th. Last week, October 22nd was the most popular wedding date of the entire year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, according to the knot.com, KNOT, if you still got Shut Up and Dance ringing in your ears from last Saturday night's wedding, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that went to weddings last Saturday night. October now has 3 of the 5 most popular wedding dates. This year, the 22nd, the 29th, and I think the 15th were all in the top 5 of wedding
That
dates.
would vary by region because it's not around here. I'm thinking California, the warmer spots, because in California it's like 90 in September. And so in October, it starts to go down to about 75 or 80 or whatever. Beautiful time. And probably Florida, same thing. I was in Florida about 4 or 5 years ago in October 15, 17, 18, whatever. And it was so beautiful. It was 82, 84 degrees. Whereas normally, if it was a month or two earlier, it would have been 100. So I think that's probably skewing the numbers a bit.
Well, it's been here too. I know in years, it's
like
at least equal.
Foliage and stuff, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But October
Makes for great wedding pictures.
can be cold too in this area.
Yeah.
My son got married in September, and it was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Well, 17% of all recently engaged couples say they plan to get married in October. 17%. There's 12 months. So
Maybe just trying to stay away from the June brides.
right. June's still very, very busy, and May is still very, very popular too. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of funny. And this has Halloween undertones to it. On TikTok, there's a couple showing how they're going to prank the future owners of their home. They were going to put new carpet down in their house, and before they put the new carpet, they created a chalk outline of a body and splashed some red paint nearby. They tucked away a large skeleton wearing a hat behind some of the cabinetry that you can't get at in the kitchen. And all because someday, way down in the future, when someone renovates this house, they're going to find this stuff. It could be decades from now, but they're already planning to freak somebody out. Did you hide anything in your last house for the next homeowners of your home to find?
Well, if the cops are listening, no, I did not.
I was a couple months ago, we were talking a little bit about this on the show, and I mentioned that a friend of mine was helping a friend of his renovate a bar that he bought, and they were tearing out walls and stuff, and in 3 different walls that he tore out, they found bags of silver coins, like nickels and dimes. Yeah, the previous owner had stashed away change, but it was not just random change. It was the older coins that were actually silver. And they found like 3, goodie bags full of silver. I forget how many thousands of dollars. It was like $5,000, $6,000 worth of silver that they found in the walls of the house. Now there's something fun to find.
Sure, absolutely.
But finding a skeleton, a fake, even if it's fake and plastic, that initial visual of that would be like, no, somebody's dead in my house.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then as far as a survey of pet owners recently found 18% of pet owners actually mention their pets in their wills. So question, I guess, to you guys, is your pet in your will? And if you went today, what would you want to leave your pet? Money to be cared for, I guess. I don't know. Directions to take your pet to somewhere.
18% isn't very high.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
About 1 in 5 pet owners have their pets.
Okay, so is it possible that maybe in the will it says I want somebody to take care of Buddy or something like that? It's not. Then I can understand it because you want somebody. My cat Barney. Well, I have 2 cats, 2 dogs. I would want somebody to take care of them, so I would absolutely put them in there. If my animal is still alive.
I actually don't have a will. I'm going to admit
do that.
But
that might be a good
I
idea.
have an arrangement with my daughter, an understanding with my daughter, because I do have 2 parrots that will live long past me. Because parrots are known to live for 100 years. So
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
and I'm already, for one of my parents, the one that swears like a sailor. I'm already a fifth or sixth owner.
Really?
So
Wow.
So he's been passed around, and he's probably about 60 years old.
That's amazing.
So we're about the same age.
That's
and the other
amazing.
parent is younger. I got that one off of what's that? Craigslist.
Oh, really?
So that's a parent. That parent's only 3 years old.
Is the older one teaching the younger one dirty language, bad language?
No, unless you encourage a bird, they don't repeat.
Okay.
Usually, but sometimes it's funny. I'll be going somewhere and say, "What are you going to do now?" And I'll answer him. I'm thinking I'm talking to a bird.
Oh, hey, they asked. They asked. Might as well let them know. All right, last few randoms for this week. Speaking of when we're gone, there's a facility in Arizona, a cryonics facility. You're familiar with the cryonics facility in Arizona?
Being frozen.
Yes. There's 199 people and about 100 pets that are frozen, awaiting the day.
This morning.
Yeah, Tom's doing that today in Rockford.
I got my hands.
So there's somewhere around 300 bodies frozen at the Arizona Cryonics facility, waiting for the day when they can be revived, and technology makes it so that they can be back to life again. That's just creepy. The Red Bull owner and co-founder Dietrich Masuchitz, might have said that right. He passed away this last week at the age of 79. Did you know? And I didn't. This is baffling to me.
Did he freeze himself then?
No, not this guy, but he began selling the Red Bull energy drink in 1987 in Austria. That's where Red Bull started, in Austria in 87. That's what, 35 years ago? I didn't realize Red Bull had been around that long, but it's been around that long. Speaking of dead bodies needing to be cleaned up, Clorox, they've recalled 37 million bottles of Pine Sol because it contains some bacteria that are dangerous to people with compromised immune systems. So yeah, if you have a compromised immune system, you probably shouldn't be using Pine Sol, at least the most recent bottles that were made. And I don't know who to root for in the World Series, Tom. Apparently the World Series started last night, for those who don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not a Dusty Baker fan, but I think I need to dial down my Dusty Baker, not hatred, but I'm just so mad at him. He ruined Mark Pryor. He ruined Kerry Wood. He doesn't know how to manage pitchers, and therefore he's never won a World Series.
But he's got them now.
I know, and it looks to me like Houston's probably going to win.
The Philadelphia Phillies.
The Phillies won last night, 6-5. So
okay. Well, we brought this up on the show a couple weeks ago. The Philadelphia Phillies, whenever the Phillies have won the World Series, the United States economy has tanked. So the inclination would be to root against the Phillies. Yeah, 08.
Yeah, 08.
81 or 80.
1980.
Yeah.
I think it was 80.
So as far as teams go, I think the players on the Phillies are the guys I might root for over the Astros, but I don't know. I don't care. So until it gets to a game 5, 6, or 7, will anybody really care to watch? The Major League Baseball is not the NFL. It's not even the NBA. They don't do a good job promoting the league. Who's the best player on the Philadelphia Phillies?
Well, maybe Bryce Harper, maybe Aaron Nola, the pitcher last night, maybe Kyle Schwarber. He was leading the league in home runs for a while there. But Bryce Harper's probably lost a step.
Yeah. It's just the Major League Baseball needs a new marketing department. They are not cutting it. They're not cutting it all.
Well, they need a new commissioner, Rob Manfred. I don't think, my buddy told me this. He said, I don't think Rob Manfred knows baseball. Like, he's not a baseball fan. He's simply the commissioner. It's all right. You can be a CEO of a company and not know that much about about
Yeah.
the company, and you kind of learn as you go. But you're there for financial reasons. You're there for marketing reasons. You're there for moving them into the next decade or whatever. And I think Rob Manfred does not know baseball. He doesn't know the history of baseball. If you don't
Apparently
know the
not.
history of baseball, you're not going to do well. You're not going to succeed.
Hire someone to do better marketing, Manfred, because you're not. Whoever's doing it now ain't cutting it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all the random stuff I wanted to touch on this week. Other than pumpkins, in the U.S., we produced 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkins in 2020. Seeds from giant pumpkins can fetch $3 to $5 each, and with 2,000 to 5,000 seeds inside a giant pumpkin can yield as much as $6,000 to $26,000 in profit. Holy cow! Big pumpkins are big business. All right, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Sorry, Sarah. No offense to any. I thought I said older ladies, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. No offense to that.
You said older, but then you said old.
It just happened.
I don't remember. But anyway, they were older ladies, and they were just taking up space, and I couldn't get through, and I didn't want to be rude and yell at them, so I went around, and then there was another one. It's like, oh my God. Okay. So sorry, Sarah. Hope I didn't offend.
Please just move.
And thank you for the admonition.
Do we have? Do we want to take a tour of PAWS this week? Do we have anything new we want to touch on?
Kitty cats.
We'll turn on some ambient music again.
No, jeez.
We'll see if I can find a less spooky one. It's going to sound like a spooky tour of PAWS.
Wow.
What is that? All right, they put facing back. Like, there's beware of the zombie cat. I have to mirror that.
Yeah, mirror that one. That's a good one. There we go. Oh, it switched back. Try again.
Oh, my finger must be.
There you go.
Beware of the zombie cat. There's another one somewhere.
Yeah. At PAWS Humane Society.
Felicia. How come I can't say that? Felicia. Felicia.
It's just Felicia.
Felicia. Okay, there's our list.
Yay!
Wow.
There's a couple more days of October left.
Well,
Almost
usually Saturday is a big day.
Yes.
But
very close to
September was. We have a lot of puppies coming up ready. They were spayed or neutered this week, so there should be some adoptions maybe early November. They were mad that we called Frederick Grumpy Cat last week.
Well, yeah, come on. You had to look at his face. He definitely looked like a grumpy cat. It doesn't mean he's mean or anything like that. He just looks. He's got rested
today. Frederick, there.
Hi, Frederick. Come on, Frederick. Aw. He's ready to be cuddled.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah, he just has a grumpy face.
Oh,
Nice.
but look at him.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, I love to be petted, but I have a grumpy face." Here's some kitten.
It's all about marketing. We got to tag you with something special.
Yeah,
For you.
I don't see anybody in this one. Oh, well, look at empty cat cages.
It's probably a good thing, right?
Yeah. Well, no,
All
not
right,
when they're still listed there. It didn't say they were adopted.
Oh, okay.
It's just empty.
Where are you?
Usually they leave notes for us, but there weren't any notes. They could have been sick or something. So here's some lazy cat.
Well fed, very happy, comfy. They're forever home. Come and get them.
It's kind of a brief tour. This is the wild bunch in this cage. So we're open today 11 to 3. So.
All right. Stop on by PAWS Humane Society. Got any questions? Give them a ring on the teleo phone, 815-299-PAWS. 815-299-7297. All right. Let's do our big number of the week this week. What do you say? It's time. Big number of the week. I'm going to play the video again since I remembered the video. I got a video. Ready? Here it comes. Oh. There we go. Big number of the week this week is 95,000. Yeah, 95,000.
Right on!
Is the big number of the week. And this week's answer is power or people. Power or people. And our current race to 10 has Tom way out in front, 7-4. This could be over in 3 weeks. Or not. I don't know. All right, so power or people? Give me your answer in 3, 2, 1, go!
Power.
Oh, power. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh, she's all right. She wants to go with power. Okay, let me see here. And all right.
Is he getting his pen out or not?
I'm going to put the cap back on. Powering products is very important in our. Huh?
Did you hear mine?
You both said power.
Power.
Yeah, okay. Because it cut out for about 30 seconds. And I'm like, oh no, worst possible time.
Terrible timing. There's planned investments in U.S. battery gigafactories now exceeds $40 billion, according to the Dallas Federal Reserve. More than 15 facilities or expansions have been announced since 2021. That's up from 6 between 2018 and 2020. We need more gigafactories to make more batteries, especially if electric cars are going to keep continuing to be a thing. So yes, large expansions in the United States when it comes to battery production. How about computer chips? That's happening too. But about 8. Here's the people part, which is our answer this week. By the way, sorry kids, no points for you. Right, we're staying to 7-4. About 18 seconds before a 5.1 magnitude earthquake struck near San Jose this last Tuesday, 95,000 people got an alert on their smartphone warning them that it was coming. How in the world did that happen? There's a company called MyShake. MyShake is an app developed by scientists at UC Berkeley's seismology lab. And apparently is about 95,000 people around San Jose have downloaded this app. And no joke, it was like 18 seconds before the earthquake actually hit. They were all warned it was about to hit. Wow. That's amazing. They're developing this at the UC Berkeley seismology lab. They hope to get this to the point where it will warn people hours or even a day before it hits. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but they're researching the trends of what happens when an earthquake hits, what happens previous to that. And if they can figure that out, they can warn people beforehand. Amazing, right?
Yeah, it is kind of interesting.
All right. Any final shout outs before we wrap up the show for the week?
Go Packers.
Go Pack, go. I want to side with you, Tom. I want to say they're going to pull it off, but I think Scott Leber was right in his prediction, like 31-13.
Yes, I'm just kind of going out there on a limb. I have nothing to lose. I don't bet. I don't have any money on it. I don't have a horse in the race, so to speak.
I actually like the Buffalo Bills. They're a great team. They're very well coached.
They are. But do you get my justification? I mean, I know it's a
trap game.
It's cute.
It could be a trap game for the Bills. They could look past the Packers because the Packers not playing good at all. However, they're playing Aaron Rodgers. I think they're going to focus on that. They're going to take him out of the game as far as making sure he can't beat them with those dink and dunk passes. So It's going to be Aaron Jones or nothing probably for the Packers on Sunday night.
Well, one more thing. What's made the Packers so one-dimensional right now is they don't have a deep threat. And this is why teams are just focusing on that. They don't have to worry about the deep threat, so they're just loading up the box, going after Aaron Rodgers. This is the way to neutralize that. You put in 2 or 3 tight ends, and you get guys right over there in the middle, and boom, they're going to have to guard against that. That's all I'm saying. That's, to me, their only saving grace. So.
We shall see. It's the Sunday night prime time game, so a whole lot of people are going to be watching it, and I'm sure we'll be one of them. So, anyway, hey, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week. We'll do the same. Meet you back here next week for another Saturday morning Stateline show. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Joann.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everybody.